Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world. Listen to the sound of my voice. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. It really is, y'all. I came back yesterday, because we were in Boston. It was so funny because we thought Boston was going to be hot. Boston was not hot, not like we thought it was going to be. It was not hot like we thought it was going to be. But we thought it was going to be hot, but it wasn't. And I came back to just as much of a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. So I hope you're having a wonderful day because I am doing happy. I'm doing well, and I'm happy to be back with you guys. I am, it was pretty interesting this weekend. But I'm happy to be back. So today right now is 81 degrees going up to a high of 89. So it's going to be hot. It's going to be a scorcher. I went to Boston this past weekend to celebrate the life of Marvelous Marvin Hagler, who is my daughter's grandfather. And Marvin lost he passed away last month from an apparent heart attack. And so like anything else, it was a hit to the family as well, and it was pretty sad. And we talked about this after the ceremony. It was a great ceremony that was put on from like 11 a.m. on Saturday. Was it Saturday? Or was it Sunday? It was Saturday. It was Saturday. Yeah, no, it was Sunday. From 11 a.m. on Sunday to like 5 p.m. on Sunday. It was a long event. And it was people that got up to spoke on his behalf and people that knew him. Stephen A. Smith was there. That's he's a commentator on ESPN. There was another boxer that was there. Some people that knew him that were there. Tommy Hearns was there. And it was kind of weird because they did this really nice tribute video to Marvin, and it showed like the fights that some of the fights he had, like some major points in some fights, and they put it all together. And of course they put the part in there with Tommy Hearns because he beat Tommy Hearns. They put the part in there with him and Sugar Ray. And but Tommy Hearns was there. He was there the whole entire weekend, which I thought that was pretty cool. My daughter got pictures with him and everything. But Tommy Hearns was there, Stephen A. Smith, some other celebrity people that I didn't know. I didn't get it. I was pretty quiet and just kind of laid back. But I got to tell you this. The one thing that rang in my ear every time someone got up to spoke about Marvin was the fact that he was a person of integrity and that he was loyal. And I believe that with everything in me, I believe that he was a person of integrity and that he was a loyal person because that's what people who knew him, that's what they felt. And so I always felt that he was a pretty cool person. Now he and I used to bump heads sometimes. We bumped heads maybe like 3 times over the last. Now listen, 3 times over the last 30 years. That's a long time. My daughter will be 30 years old, and I met him when I was pregnant. So I met him for the very first time when I was pregnant with my daughter. She'll be 30 in June next month. And so over the last 3 years, we've only had 3 bumps, and they weren't major things. They were just things that I didn't understand. Like, and once I understood, and it was him. He was a celebrity. Listen, Marvin was a huge celebrity. He was loved by many and loved by us as well. And there were just things that I did not understand about being a celebrity. And once he explained certain things to me, then I was okay. But we bumped heads a couple times, but we made up. We always made up, and we were good. So, and we had to be because he loved my daughter. He talked to her every week, and she and the baby went to go visit him. And so I'm glad that he got, like my mom, I'm glad that he got the opportunity to meet the baby as well. And that's my sugar baby. I call her sugar baby. I'm glad he got a chance to meet sugar baby as well before he left us. So it was a great event. But I got to tell y'all, it's one thing to make a ton of money and, live this lavish life, but it's another thing to have people say, yeah, that person was a person of integrity. That was a person that was loyal, right? That to me, I was like, that says a lot about who he was and the way people felt about him. And I thought that was pretty cool. My daughter and I had this conversation this morning because, she's always been pretty... she was a teenager. She wanted to do these things that teenagers do. And it's like, you're not doing that. You got a reputation to protect. You're not doing that. And I would always tell her that. And so now she understands because she said, yeah, because I know I have to be a lady. I know I have to present myself well. And you taught me that. And I did. I remember she wanted to go to the prom and she had this dress and it was cut all the way down at her butt. And I was like, look, you're not wearing that. And she was mad. She was mad as fire. I was like, I don't care how mad you get. You'll thank me later when you're like 30 years old. You'll thank me later that I didn't let you wear those. I mean, it was like very revealing. I was like, you're not wearing it. And so we had a beautiful dress made that I loved. Everybody thought the dress was beautiful. She wasn't naked, showing everything. I was like, yeah, you're good. You'll be okay. You'll thank me later for that. So, and I've always said to her, you have a reputation to protect. You have to be a person of integrity. You got to be a person that when you say something, people not gonna say she lying, because I know there are people who say things to me, right? There are certain people that say stuff. I don't believe anything they say. They can feel it. I'm just telling y'all, I can't, because you don't have any integrity, because you lie about stuff. You don't keep your word about things. I'm like, oh my God, I don't believe anything you're saying. And they can be just talking, and I won't believe them. But that's because you don't have any integrity, right? Another person that I feel is a person of integrity. My uncle was like that. My mom was like that. Like, they said they were going to do it, they were going to do it. If you were someone they liked and they loved, and you were loyal, and they were loyal. And I'm the same way. Like, I'm very much like that. So I really just thought that was amazing that so many people said the same thing over and over. It wasn't about the money. It wasn't about the fame. It wasn't about the parties. It was about him being a man of integrity and a man that was loyal. And it was a great event. It was a sad event. You know, my daughter had a serious breakdown. She was sitting in the bathroom on the floor crying. We were at the Rocky Marciano Stadium in Brockton, which is where Rocky fought. It's called a City of Champions. Brockton, Massachusetts is called a City of Champions. And we were at the high school stadium where he used to practice when he first started out. And so everybody was outside on the football field, and she was inside the bathroom sitting on the floor crying. She cried for about 45 minutes. And, you know, because she not only lost my mom, and they were like best friends, she lost her grandfather, and they were like best friends. And so that broke her heart. That broke all of our hearts, you know. That broke people around the world who we don't even know. It broke their heart because they love Marvin. I can tell you the other thing that was really interesting about the ceremony was all of the Hagler people that she got to meet, because she shared a last name with so many, and she would always say to me, man, there's some Haglers hit me up on Facebook. I don't know them. So she got a chance to meet a lot of them that showed up at the event, and they were like from Massachusetts and Oregon and all these different places. And so it was this one guy, he was a bishop, and he follows her on Facebook, and he follows a lot that she do. You know, she models and she's in movies and things like that. And he follows her, and and he was like, I'm Bishop. And so she was like, oh my God, I finally get to meet Bishop. But, you know, that was pretty cool too, because it's a lot of Haglers. You know, there was a story that someone told, and I forgot who it was, but they said that Marvin told his grandfather, and his last name was Hagler, that he was going to make the Hagler name was going to mean something. I feel just like that. Like, in my mind, even though I know I'm married, my maiden name is Bell. And I work really hard for the Bell name to mean something. I think my brother, my daughter, my nephews, I think they feel the same way. It's a very small group of us that we know about. Like, my family was we didn't know a lot of Bells. So in our little group of Bells, it's like, okay, we're going to work hard to make the Bell name mean something. So I get that. You don't want to live with regrets, but I do live with this one regret, because I didn't get a chance to tell Marvin this. When I first met him, I had never been in the presence of a millionaire ever. Never. Benny, the limo driver, picked us up at the airport and drove us to the house in New Hampshire. Well, I met him in Boston the first time. We went to Boston. I met him. He was kind of pushed back, and I was like, yeah. I was pregnant at the time, so he wasn't really very inviting. And I was like, okay, I don't care. I don't like this guy. That's what I said the first time. The second time, he picked us up and took us to the house in New Hampshire. That house has a stream that runs under one of the bedrooms, and you can kind of stand out on the balcony and look over the stream. And I had never really been. I grew up in Newark, so I had never been around any kind of wealth like that. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what that looked like. And that was the point. That was a point in my life where I said, I want something like this. And I was pregnant with my daughter. And when I had her, I went through like this whole moment of, I call it postpartum. I don't know, was I really in postpartum? But for like the first 2.5 years of her life, I was just going through it because I wanted these things, and I was trying to work and take care of the baby and work 2 jobs and all these things. I wanted these things because he had shown them to me, and I wanted that. And I wasn't trying to ride his coattail. I was like, look, I need to figure out what I want to do. So my daughter turned 3. I became an entrepreneur. And I've been an entrepreneur ever since. Ever since she turned 3, because I wanted that. Her dad was into music, so we thought it was going to be music. But what I could tell y'all is that we never really leaned on Marvin for anything. You know, we did not. And he did send some checks a few times, but that was pretty much it. We didn't ask, you know. We just did our own thing, like we do right now. Like my daughter does her own thing. And so, but what I found fascinating was that he wanted to make the Hagler name something. I want to make the Bell name something. And he was my inspiration. He gave me that foresight to say, man, if you work hard, you can have that. He was the first person that I met that was of that type of stature. And I just, you know, I kept that locked into my brain. And I said, I want that. And that's what I want for my family. And that's what I strive for every day, to make sure that when I'm gone, that the legacy Bell lives on. The Bell legacy lives on. And, you know, for some people, you don't need that. But for me, I do. I asked my mom one time, and I think I've shared this on the show plenty of times, hey, did we ever own anything? And she said, we own some land, but they took it from us. You know, I want to put my family in a position where they can't take it from us. You know, they can't take a legacy from you. They cannot. A legacy lives on long after you're gone. And so, once again, I was reminded this past Sunday when I was at the ceremony celebrating Marvin's life that his legacy will live on forever. It will, because he was a man of integrity, and he was a man that was loyal. And those are the things that everything I know about him, what he has, what he's done, that's what stuck out to me. He was a person of integrity. He was a person that was loyal. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So happy belated. And that was his birthday. So Sunday was his birthday. May 23rd was his birthday. Brockton actually named the city of Brockton. They declared that the Marvelous Marvin Hagler Day for Brockton, May 23rd. So I thought that was pretty nice. So, you know, it was really nice. It was very heart-wrenching, though. I'm not going to lie. Like before they can even get through the ceremony, they was playing some song, and I'm sitting up there like crying, sitting in a chair. And but because it's still hard to kind of wrap your head around it. It's still new. Like I still struggle with my mom, and then just to be in the midst of all of that and seeing his picture on the big screen, and it was a little tough. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all, but we got through it, you know. And listen, he set an example for millions, and I happen to be one of the millions, my daughter and I. And so, you know, what kind of legacy are you gonna leave? And will they say that was a person of loyalty, and were you a person of integrity? What would they say about you when you're gone? I'm sure there are people that want to say other things, but the people that spoke, loyalty and integrity is what I heard the most. All right, I just wanted to share that with you. So happy birthday, Marv, all the way in heaven. We love you, we miss you, and your legacy lives on. It lives on. All right, so today is National Tap Dance Day. It's National Brown Towel Day, and I know Brown Bag Day, and some of you are going to love this. It's National Wine Day. So for those of you who like wine, it's National Wine Day. Listen, get you a cup, get you a glass. I bought some wine. I had some Moscato, and I left it in the refrigerator. I didn't even drink it. I left it in the refrigerator at the hotel by mistake. Because that was supposed to be me relaxing after everything, and I was going to but we were so tired till I couldn't even, I forgot about the wine. And so when we were at the airport yesterday, I said, I left my Moscato in the refrigerator because I left it in the refrigerator. It got left. But anyway, it's National Missing Children's Day as well. So if you know of a child that is missing, please share that information with the authorities so they can let the parents know if you know of anything. There are 1-800 numbers all over the place for National Missing Children. So it's National Missing Children's Day, National Wine Day, National Tap Dance Day, National Brown Bag Day. So take your brown bag. All right, now let's get on with our horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thorson for the day Tuesday, May the 25th. We're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. You have to be careful not to let others find out about your intentions. Don't deny yourself today. Toning, fitness, pampering should be all scheduled. Yeah, listen, let me tell y'all something. I did so much walking this past weekend, and this is what gets me. And I have to talk to a nutritionist and a fitness expert because on those days when I'm just exercising, I'm eating very healthy, I don't lose a pound. And I know it's something I'm doing wrong. I know it is. I just knew for a fact that my numbers were going to be off the chain. I stayed steady. I didn't gain any weight, but I didn't lose any either. And I did a lot of walking, football fields and airports. That's a lot of walking. And I was just, when I got on the scale this morning, because I couldn't wait yesterday because I was, there was no scale at the hotel. I'm like, oh, what happened? So I did not drop a pound. I need to talk to my nutritionist about that. Like, hey, what's going on here? Why is this happening? Taurus, do not hesitate to help elders with legal documents that are too confusing for them. Wait and get all the information before consulting your boss. You have a greater involvement in groups. However, they may not be to your advantage. All right, listen, you got some involvement, but you got to step back for a second. Are you doing this because you need them to be advantageous for you, or are you doing that because you just want to be a part of the group and help out? So you got to ask yourself that today, Taurus. Why am I a part of this group? And is it meeting my goals, or is it meeting my heartstrings? Because sometimes you just do stuff for the heart. There's nothing attached to it. You just want to do it because it's something you want to participate in. And then there are other times you join groups because it's something you're trying to accomplish, and you need to be a part of that group to accomplish that. Gemini, attend seminars that will bring you in contact with the right people. Update and review your personal investments. Hobbies will be good for your emotional well-being. Listen here, Gemini, update and review your personal investments. Speaking of personal investments, I know I'm launching the Wise Women Invest Wednesdays. It's going to be every Wednesday at 6 p.m. starting next week. So next week we'll be live and popping off, baby, talking about investments. First you need to understand the lingo. So we're going to talk about the lingo, investment lingo, what it all means first, what the terms mean, the terminology. You need to know that first. That way you can make informed decisions. Then we're going to talk about how you can start investing in certain things. So we're going to talk about bonds and stocks and mutual funds, cryptocurrencies. We're going to be talking about the green rush. Yeah, like that whole, CBD and hemp and marijuana, all of that, real estate, all that's going to be a part of Wise Women Invest, because we want you to have a portfolio that is diverse, so you'll know, where you want to put your money. Also, investing in businesses. There are some great businesses that are starting up and that a lot of times we don't know about. And so we're going to be talking about those type of things. So make sure to go to wisewomeninvest.club, wisewomeninvest.club to become a member of our community. And also, we're going to be starting our own investment club. So make sure to check that out. All right, Cancer, your relationship is undergoing some changes. You are best to put your efforts into redecorating or inviting friends over. Changes in your domestic situation will prove to be favorable in the long run. Yeah, redecorate. I got this unit. This is like a wall unit, kind of. I have to put that together. So this weekend, I'll be focused on putting together my wall unit so I can get my production space organized. We just ordered a bunch of stuff. Got to order a bunch of t-shirts. I'm doing a vendor event on June 12th, so I got to get everything in place and all my marketing materials and everything to go out there and push out information about the podcast and all the things that I do. I'm hosting a podcast academy coming up in June. I'm going to talk about that as well. So I got a lot going on as usual, but it's okay, stuff that I love. Leo, don't be too eager to give a piece of your mind or even an opinion. Or even your opinion today. Don't let an incident at work play on your mind. Don't let your lover put demands on you. Yeah, listen. Don't be too pushy today, Leo. Don't be too eager to give them a piece of your mind, because I know you can. Don't do it, not today. And don't even, hold your opinion to yourself. Today is not a day for you to really express your opinion. Keep it to yourself. I know it's hard. Just take a minute. Just don't. Virgo, someone envious of your popularity may challenge you to a debate. You will have problems with coworkers if you are too extreme about doing things perfectly. Start sending out those resumes. Listen here. It's some job. Listen, Virgo, start sending out them resumes. It's some job openings coming up soon. You want to make sure that you're in that number. Start sending out your resumes. And there's somebody trying to debate you because they don't like the fact that you're popular. Oh, well, so what? All right, I'm going to the song. I'll be right back after the song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Thiason. Stay tuned.
Gives me what I want. I
Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thies. And we're going to pick it up with Libra. Curb any jealousy fits if your partner has been flirting with someone else. All right, now, you need activity. Your creative talent may be well recognized by others today. All right, so listen, I don't know how you're going to curb your jealousy fits right now, but if your partner's been flirting and you can see it, good luck, buddy. Or girl, good luck, sister. Good luck. I don't know. I'd be like, so you flirting? Yeah, I can just see me not being like nice. So good luck to you, Libra. Scorpio, it won't take too much to upset your lover. Remember, talk to them, not at them. Think twice before you speak. Ooh, speaking of speaking, this is a retrograde. The retrograde is coming up. The Mercury retrograde is coming up Saturday through June 21st, I think, or 22nd. What that means is that you're going to have all kind of glitches. And I'm like, oh, God. So Mercury is the planet of communications. So because Mercury is a planet of communications, we're going to be in Mercury retrograde in the next couple of days. And because of that, all the things that's happening with communications and technology is going to be, you're going to run into some bumps and bruises. And I was like, Lord, everything I do is based around communications and technology. Like, I got technology everywhere I go. And I was like, please. So what I have to do is be very mindful of everything. I got to check all the settings on the computers. Now, there are going to be some things that's probably going to happen because of the Mercury retrograde that I'm not going to be able to do anything about. But just know that when things are said the wrong way with over the next 4 weeks starting on Saturday, it probably has a lot to do with the Mercury retrograde. Now, I'm not an expert in this. I just been reading up on it because my daughter told me, listen, this is what's going to be happening. So I'll know. So you got to be sure to think about what you say first. You got to put that extra effort into a comfortable place in your heart, steady your head right about now. Don't make any major decisions over the next 4 weeks. That's why I'm trying to get everything done before the next 4 weeks and everything going to fall into place after that. So I'm like, oh God, I do the podcast. I'm launching a new podcast, which I'm going to probably be launching the episode this Wednesday. So it'll already be in motion and it doesn't I don't start in the middle of the retrograde. So anyway, I said all that to say today, Scorpio, think twice before you speak. I know that was a lot. But just be mindful. You got to think twice before you speak for the whole month of June. I'm just trying to help you out. We all do. Think twice before we speak for the whole month of June. This is the time to clean up stuff, get it out the way. Don't manifest anything new. Just clean up all the old crap. Get it out the way. It's time for you to see things that you've been overlooking and not paying attention to. Sagittarius, your willingness to help others can and will lead to fatigue if you don't learn how to say no. Snap out of it. Ignore colleagues who appear to be going in circles. Yeah, no, the most powerful 2-letter words in our vocabulary. Just say no, Sagittarius. You need some time for yourself. Otherwise, you're going to fall on your face. And all you got, at the end of the day, all you got is your health. I'm just trying to help you out. Capricorn, keep your cash in your pocket and offer them sound advice rather than financial assistance. Be sure to spend time helping children with projects that are too difficult for them to accomplish alone. You can enhance your cash flow if you pick up some additional skills. Learn something new. If you're not learning, you're not earning. That's the saying we say in the business world. Learn something new, Capricorn. Pick up some additional skills and earn some extra money. When you know more, you can earn more. That's just a fact. Now listen, don't go out and learn a bunch of different things. Learn things that you're passionate about in your industry, in your space. Expand on that, because I'm telling you right now, I don't care what you do, there's always something new you can learn about what you do. Always. There's always something new that you can learn about what you do. So learn something new in that space. And once you know a thing, you can teach a thing. And if you can teach a thing, you can earn money from that thing. I'm about to put together this podcast academy, podcast brand academy, because my podcast, I was talking to someone. My podcast is on Alexa. It has its own mobile apps. It's on Fire TV. It's on Roku. It's on HerTube. It's on Noise. It's all in all these places. And I was like, man, everybody who's serious about podcasting like I am, they should have their podcast on all these different platforms. And I was like, okay, maybe I need to teach them how to do that. So I'm going to be teaching that podcast brand academy pretty soon. And I'll share more about that probably tomorrow. All right, Aquarius, use your energy wisely. One of your female friends may try to disrupt your day. Stand up for your rights. Your lover may feel rejected. Use your energy wisely, Aquarius. Wisely. And then don't let any of your female friends try to disrupt your day. That's bad energy. Push them to the side. Like, listen, right now, you trying to affect my energy. I'm going to need you to fall back. Just tell them. Like, I'm going to need you to fall back. My energy right now is everything. You in the space right now trying to mess it up. Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces, you need to take a break with the loved ones. with the ones you love. Difficulties with your mate may lead to isolation. Don't be afraid to make additions to your house. Okay, all right. Now listen here, fish. I don't know what we got going on, but difficulties with the mate may lead to isolation. Listen, get you a good book. If you having some difficulties right now with the mate, get you a good book and call it a day. That's all I'm saying. Get you a good book. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I ain't claiming that. Listen, I don't know about you. I'm not claiming that the difficulties with the mate. I'm not claiming that. Take a break with the loved ones. I can definitely do that. And don't be afraid to make additions to your house. I'm putting up a wall unit this weekend, so that sounds great. All right, that's all the horoscopes I got for today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thiessen. So let's get on with some news you can use. So, a lot of people have taken the vaccine already. Most of them have taken, a lot of people have taken both shots. I've taken both shots. Everybody in my household have taken both shots. And so they're saying, though, we may need a booster. And I kind of figure we probably would, because I figure it's going to be something like the flu where you get a shot every year. They're saying we may need a booster in 6 to 8 months. Now, me personally, I'm ready to take the booster. So according to the CDC, booster shots may be available starting around September, October, which is great because that's when our shots will be 6 months old. So I'm planning on taking the booster because I don't want to get the coronavirus again. I had it. It was not fun. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk. It was not fun. I'm on 2 different kind of antibiotics. It was not fun. I've been working hard to stay healthy. I was taking all the zinc and the vitamin D, all that stuff. I was taking all that stuff, which I thank God, because that's probably what made it not worse than what it was. So when it's time to take the booster, I will be taking the booster. So I don't know about you, but I don't want to get the coronavirus again. I got it. It wasn't fun. And we all know what happened when my mom got it. And I hate to keep rehashing that, but it stuck so vividly in my head. Like, my mom had other issues. And I think if it had been I don't think the pain would have been any less. I think it's just the way that she had to leave from a little microscopic bug that just took her out, and on top of what she had going on. So I think for me, I have to work my way through that whole thing. And I'm getting there. Every day gets better and better, but I'm getting there. But it's just the fact that she wanted to take the vaccine. And I was like, I'm not taking that. And she's like, I'm taking it. And she didn't even get a chance to take it. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to take the booster. And, it's up to you. I had it. It wasn't fun, and it cost somebody, 2 people, 3, 4 people that I love, their lives. I lost my mom. I lost my Uncle Marvin. I lost the best man, Bruce, in my wedding. And I lost my friend, Darren. All people that I love dearly. And so, I'm just... take it if you want to. I'm taking it. So the booster may be available around September, October. So if you've taken the first 2 shots already, or the 1 shot, or whatebe you've taken, you may want to think about getting a booster. And that's probably going to be ongoing. It's probably going to be something that we're going to have to take every year, because there are variants that's floating around. It's variants of the coronavirus that's floating around. Some of them are predicted to be even deadlier than the first strain that came out. And so I'm gonna take it. So that's me. That's just me. You do what you want to do. I'm just talking about me. Speaking of that, so visitors now visiting the Gwinnett County government-owned facilities don't have to wear a mask. Yep, you don't have to wear your mask when you go in the front door anymore. I was there a few weeks ago doing the town hall for Madam D.A. Gatson. She was there. She had a town hall for the public to come out and talk about what was going on and some of the things some of the initiatives that she had going on, and wanted to hear from them what she should be doing better. And so you had to walk in there, you had to wear your mask. That was a mandatory thing. Now it's not mandatory. So the county announced on its website Friday that Commission Chairwoman Nicole Love Hendrickson issued an executive order a day earlier to rescind the mask mandate she put in place earlier this year. In the new order, Hendrickson cited a decline in the number of people testing positive for COVID-19 in Gwinnett County, as well as more than 1/3 of the county's residents have received at least 1 dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. So because of those reasons, she has rescinded that you have to wear a mask when entering government facilities, so you no longer have to wear a mask. I get it. I was in the hotel this past weekend, and I came downstairs to get a snack, and I forgot my mask. Well, I walked into the little store to get some. I went to go get a Reese's cup. That's probably why I didn't lose a pound, right? I needed some chocolate. I went to go get a Reese's cup, and when I walked into the little store, the girl kindly walked over there and gave me a mask. Like, I'm sorry. I'm like, okay, no problem. Look, I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to fight you about wearing a mask. I get it. If anybody gets it, I do. I hate wearing masks. I ain't gonna lie, because I can't breathe. It does something to my nose. But I'm not gonna fight with people. If I have to go to your establishment and you say I have to wear a mask, I'm gonna wear a mask. So speaking of masks, there was a ruckus at the Gwinnett County Board school board meeting about the mask. I mean, I saw some video on, I think it was Facebook. People were having it was almost like fights up in there. It was crazy because some people saying I'm not wearing the mask. Other people got put out because they wouldn't wear a mask. People were threatening to go to jail. All kinds of craziness. I'm not going to fight with you about your mask. If I want to come into your establishment and there's a sign on the door saying you must wear a mask, if I want to come in, I'm going to put my mask on. If I don't want to wear the mask, then I'm not going to come in. It, to me, is that simple. Why fight with people? Because people just, I'm telling y'all, the energy is off in the world, not just Georgia, in the world. We, positive energy people, we need to put the energy back in place. Put us back in the right orbit. Because right now it's all over the place. People want to fight about anything. They want to argue about anything. Anything. I was coming down 20, coming towards Conyers, coming towards Lithonia yesterday, coming from the airport. Coming down 20, I pulled over and the lane was merged, so I was kind of like in the center lane. This BMW pulls up behind me, and then he pulls right on the side of me, practically out the lane, because he wanted to argue. I just ignored him. I was listening to music. I was popping my fingers. I'm not going to even entertain him, because that's the kind of foolishness that gets out of hand. And then he just sped off. Why? Just get in the lane. Just fall in line. It's crazy. People are nuts right now. And so anyway, you don't have to wear a mask when you go into the county buildings. And if you go to somebody's establishment and they say wear a mask, if you don't want to wear the mask, then don't go in. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Just don't go in. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noda Astrology. More of the rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Stay tuned. Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. There are so many firsts in Gwinnett County, so right now they're celebrating another first. So Gwinnett County Recorder's Court is celebrating a milestone with the appointment of his newest judge. The county state court bench has picked Norcross resident, I'm hoping I'm saying her name right, Mahe Park, to join the Recorder's Court bench, making her the first Asian American woman to serve as a Recorder's Court judge in Gwinnett County. She is also the second judge of Korean descent to sit on the bench, following the steps of Judge Ramon Alvarado, who was also Korean and Puerto Rican descent. He passed away last year. So Park, who is set to be sworn in on May 28th, will fill out the unexpired term of retired Judge Michael Green, who stepped down earlier this year on April 30th for his retirement. So he wanted to take retirement, and so she stepped in to say she wanted the position. The term lasts until December 31st, 2023. So congratulations to you, Judge Park, for being the first Asian American woman to serve on the bench. So that's a good thing. Listen, Gwinnett is full of firsts. We had so many firsts this year. It was unbelievable. First, it was first this, first that. It was first everything. It was a lot of firsts. So that's pretty cool. There are two young Army recruiters who saved a man's life over an apparent road rage. I just talked about this a second ago because this is real. This is real. They were at a store and there was road rage and the man got shot 3 times, and because they were trained, they were able to administer first aid to help save his life. So they were commended for their bravery and the fact that they were able to help save his life by putting tourniquets on the areas where he had been shot. And what's crazy is the person that shot him stayed behind. Why shoot him? Now you're going to listen. That's attempted murder. You didn't shoot him 1 time. You shot him 3 times. You're going to jail. Probably for attempted murder. It's crazy. Thank God the man lived because of the bravery of these 2 young men who stepped in. You know, their instincts kicked in. They're trained for this. This is what they're trained for. And so they were presented with certificates and medallions for their actions in the moments following the shooting. The chief of police said, the tourniquets saved that man's life. So Borges and Childress, thank you guys for saving someone's life. Had they not been there, he may have bled out. Who knows? But they were sure recognized for the work that they've done and their training. And they were able to save him until paramedics were able to get there and take him to the hospital. So, let's give them a round of applause because that is work well done. All right, so listen, there's going to be a job fair coming up, and there's going to be more than 400 jobs. Now, here's a problem. People are not trying to go back to work. Like, people got them stimulus checks, and they got the unemployment. They're like, we ain't going back to work. But anyway, there's a job fair coming up. If you're interested in going back to work, listen, I would tell you, you better get your butts back to work because the stimulus package money is going to run out. The unemployment is going to run out, and then you're not going to be able to get a job. Everybody's going to be scrambling for the same jobs. Go ahead and get the jobs now while you can pretty much write your own check because employers are looking for you. Employers are looking for you. And you could pretty much say, listen, I'll come work for you, but these are the things I need. What are you offering? Because right now, my prospects, I got prospects. I can leave your establishment and go to this one because they don't have anybody either. So you can kind of write your own checks right now, but you got to go ahead and get started. But anyway, there's a huge job fair happening on June 5th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the Dillers, located at the Mall of Georgia, in the Dillers Court. So job seekers will be able to learn about more than 400 full-time and part-time jobs and complete on-site interviews. They want to interview you right then, right there at that moment. So go take your resumes. More than 25 stores and restaurants on the property will participate in the job fair. Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office, Gwinnett Fire and Emergency Service, and Gwinnett Police Department will also take part in the job fair. So if you want to get into law enforcement, you want to be a part of emergency services, you want to be a part of the Sheriff Department, the Fire Department, this is your opportunity to go to the job fair and talk to the people that's in position. Participating stores including Irie, Dillard's, Finish Line, Macy's, Palmetto, Moon, Sephora, the Cheesecake Factory, Von Mar. So it's going to be a bunch of organizations that are looking to hire you. Listen, but you got to have your resume tight. You need to look professional. You need to have a ID. You need to be able to pass a background check. You need to be able to pass a drug test. I'm doing all this pre-work for you now. So when June 5th comes, when you go in there, you're ready. If you're serious about getting a job, now you're ready. Your background is coming back clean. Your drug test is coming back clean. Your resume is tight. You look good. And you got the proper ID. You're ready. Now you're ready. Apply for the job. Don't go in there half-stepping. Do not go in there half-stepping. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get the job. And I know right now there's not a lot of people like scrambling for jobs, but you may want the perfect job, and you probably can find it. Especially if you're trying to go into the restaurant industry. That's one of the industries where I always talk about. You know, if you trying to, and it is Talk Business Tuesday. So let me just slide over there right now. If you're thinking about going into the food industry, this is my suggestion. I could be totally wrong. Because you cooked at home and you bake cakes at home and you made chopped barbecue at home and you cook ribs at home, you've never done it on a scale like a restaurant, right? So I would tell you, spend some time inside a food establishment so you can understand how it all works, because it's more than just you cooking. It's kind of like when you work with artists. Like I've worked with artists and people that are very creative and they just want to create. But there's a business side to the creativity. There's a business side that you must know. Now, you don't have to necessarily run it, but you need to know it. Because as the business owner, if the person that runs the area of your business decide they want to drop out, you need to know how to jump in there real quick and pick up the pieces and keep it moving. So if you're thinking about starting a business or going into the food industry, this is a great opportunity. They need you. There are going to be tons of restaurants at this job fair they're going to hire you. You can go in and you can learn how inventory works. Yeah, let me tell y'all something. Inventory is a humongous part of running your business in the restaurant space. I saw The Prophet one time. If you've never seen the show The Prophet, you may want to check it out. And I knew this, but I really didn't know how deep it could go. It was to the point where they weighed the lettuce on a scale. Like they took a piece of lettuce that would go on a hamburger and they put it on a scale and they weighed it and they put a price on it. So they knew that this much lettuce, let's say it was an ounce of lettuce cost 3 cents. They added all that into the cost of goods. I was sitting there like, are you kidding me? Yeah, they weren't kidding. So when you take a lettuce and you cut it up into this many pieces, if you got 100 pieces of lettuce and it's 3 cents an ounce, if you cut it into 30 ounces, what is that? $9? So you need to know like how a 90 cents, I think, whatever that crazy thing is, you need to know that because it needs to go into your cost of goods. So I share this story to say this. If you're thinking about going into the food industry, there's a huge fair coming up on June 5th. There are going to be restaurants there. Get hired, spend some time, even if it's part-time, at least you know how to run a wait staff, right? At least you know how to run a POS system. You know how to do inventory. At least you learn how to about like national marketing campaigns. You will learn a lot in that space, but you got to be willing and open to learning. You got to be teachable. You know, you got to be saying, you know what, I'm going to put my foot in here. I'm going to see if this is something because here's what may happen. You may come out and say, I really don't want to run a business like this. I just want to do pop-up shops where I cook my food. And for some people, that's a great thing. I cook all my stuff and I just pop up and sell it and I shut it down and I don't pop up again until it's another event. That may be the perfect model for you, but at least you know. Because I can guarantee when you start to work in these, like, and for me, for instance, right, I was going to open up a brewery. My thought was, heck, I need to go work in a brewery so I can see how it works, right? So I went and talked to some brewery experts, and they gave me the rundown. You shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. You may think about doing this, but at the end of the day, I think they felt that, you know, that's not even your passion. You're going to fail. And they didn't even help me. They didn't even encourage me after that. And it was funny because I didn't take it the wrong way. I took it like, they're right. It's not my passion. So I'm probably going to fail because I'm not going to give it what it needs. I'm not going to be able to nurture the way I want it to be nurtured, the way it needs to be nurtured to grow. And they were right. They saw it in talking to me. No matter how excited I was about it, right? They didn't call. They sent me one email back, and I didn't need them to do it for me. I just needed to pay them. I'm like, hey, how much is it going to cost me to pay you to do these things? Which is what they did. That was their business. That was their business model. But they wouldn't even take my money. And I get it. And I thank them. You know, I'm like, yeah, they're probably right. Then I said to myself, yeah, they're definitely right. Definitely right. I'm doing it for the wrong reasons. It's not for the reason I should be doing it. I should open up a brewery or I should launch a beer because I like beer, drink beer, and do that. And so they knew I was going to fail. And I'm cool with that. I thank him. Listen, God will put the people in your place to help you get to where you got to go based on what you want to do, but you need to know what you want to do. And you need to ask God, because he let you go through some things so you'll learn. You need to ask God, listen, hey, should I do this? Like this morning, I was like, should I do this class? And it was, yes. Okay, then I'll do it. I'll do the class. So spend some time in the industry where you want to work, that you want to build a business in. Spend some time there. Learn about it. Talk to people. Talk to people that's in non-competing industries. Talk to people that's in non-competing businesses. So let's say, for instance, you want to open up a pizza parlor. Then go talk to somebody who runs a chicken shack. They can help you. Here's the thing, they will help you because they won't feel like you're in competition. Now, you got some companies that are in direct competition with what you do, and they will talk to you. You got others that are in direct competition, and they won't. And they won't because they feel threatened by you. The ones that are uber successful or who don't feel threatened say, you know what, we may both sell pizza, but I sell this pineapple chicken pizza that you don't sell. Or my pizza is flatbread made with sourdough that you don't sell. So we can talk. We may even be able to do some cross collaboration. But find those people and talk to them. And find out about the industry. Right? Before you jump in. Before you put all your money and time into that thing. You need to make sure it's going to be something you love. I do this podcast because I love it. I'm launching another podcast because I love podcasting. I did a call with someone last Thursday, and she said to me, I could just feel your passion about podcasting. I do. Like Wise Women Invest, of course I want to help women get their money right because I do mine, and I'm talking about this because I have stocks. I am diversifying my portfolio. I have cryptocurrency. Like, these are the things I have. So I'm not talking about stuff that don't mean anything to me. I just want to talk about it, though. I want to share what I'm learning. I don't know everything about cryptocurrency, but I'm learning a lot. I have an insurance license. Why you need insurance? I'm going to talk about that. These are the things that I live. It's not stuff that I'm just like, like beer. I don't drink beer. I don't know anything about beer. I haven't studied beer. Not a good thing. But I was going to try it because I wanted to make something special for this show. But the people that could help me, that could really launch me, they saw that I wasn't passionate. I know they did. They didn't say that, but after I left that meeting, I was like, I probably wouldn't help me either. I probably wouldn't help me fail. I probably wouldn't. And I kind of feel like that's what they were going to do. They're like, we're going to help her fail because she's going to fail at that because she's really not that interested in it. And I'm thinking, they're right. I'm interested in this. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever you're thinking about doing, test it out first. Make sure it's something that you love. Make sure you're not just chasing the money. For me, doing the beer thing wasn't chasing the money. It was trying to find a product to make the set Good Morning Gwinnett apart, as if it's not set apart enough because it's a hyper-local hybrid podcast. It's already set aside. I had to wrap my head around that. So, okay, don't launch no coffee, don't launch no wine, no beer, no nothing. Because I found the wine manufacturer. I'm like, I'll launch my own wine. I don't do any of that stuff. So test it out first. Make sure it's something that you really are passionate about before you do that. And that way you'll save yourself a lot of time and trouble in the long run. Trust me when I tell you that. I've launched plenty of things chasing money. Plenty. More than I care to remember. However, I've learned a lot from those things. And I've learned that, you know what? Sometimes the thing that looks like it's going to be a good thing for you is not. And you won't know until you try it out. But don't invest all your time and money to try it out. Go and do it on somebody else's dime. The job fair is coming up. Go get you a job in a retail store. I want to open up my own boutique. Do you really? You got to control the inventory. You got to control the returns when people bring stuff back. Do you really want to open up retail? I worked in retail. It's a headache. One Christmas, I was trying to make some extra money. My daughter was probably about 4 years old. I was trying to make some extra money, and I went to go work at a retail store. And when I tell you, first of all, I was on my feet all day long. I was like, yeah, this was my part-time side hustle to make Christmas money. My feet were killing me because I was on my feet all day long. You got to go in the dressing booth, take all the clothes out, put them back on the shelf. We got to do inventory control. Somebody got to close at 11 o'clock at night when you done sit on your feet all day. Do you really want to own a boutique? Are you really ready for owning a boutique? Think about that. Go work at a store. Go work in retail and see if you really, really, really want to own a retail store. Because you may find that I really don't want to own a retail store. I just want to have an online store. Let me tell you another thing. Do you really want to be shipping stuff? I was on a conversation last week with a young lady. She's a business coach. And she wanted me to be on her show. And I was like, I would absolutely love to be on your show. What she and I both know is that we don't want to ship out nothing. So everything we do, you want to buy a t-shirt, it's print on demand. Yeah, the margins are smaller, but I don't want to be going to the post office shipping all that stuff. And she's like, yeah, me neither. So she's a coach, I'm a coach, but we're on the same page. We don't have time nor desire to ship. Yeah, we want to add the stream of revenue to what we do, but I don't want to be shipping books. I'm not shipping books. So go to the website, go to Good Morning Gwinnett, buy a book. Amazon is going to ship it to you. Works for me. Go to buy a t-shirt, the printing shop is going to ship it to you. It's going to be my shirt, my logo, my branding, but it's going to get shipped by them. And so sometimes you have to know, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be standing in the post office line with a whole handful of boxes. Nah, let the people that like doing that do. They got a warehouse. They got the staff for that. Why am I going to do that? I'm not doing that. To make more money, I get it. Maybe at some point when I want my margins to be bigger, I'll do that. Right now, I'm cool. Let them do it. All right, I'm going to my last song. I'm going to come back and close it out with my word of inspiration for the day, so stay tuned.
You'll never feel the way I feel. You don't know if my love is real. Baby, listen to me, here's the deal. When you're not here, I'm not the same. I'm needing a new chapter, babe. Been stuck here in the bed for days. I've been staring at the telephone, 'cause when you're gone, I miss your face. Late o'clock, body talk, there's no need to bring it up. Nothing you say makes it better. Breaking ball, tear apart, issues left behind, restart. Nothing you say makes it better. Hey, bring it right back to me, baby. No, we've been here before. Give me the real this time, no cap, no lies, it's our encore. Bring it right back to me, baby. I know I want more. Give me the good this time, no cap, no lies, it's our encore. I never wanna give you up. I know we've been through way too much, but I'm confident we'll make it through. I'm here for you, you're not by yourself. Late o'clock, body talk, there's no need to bring it up. Nothing you say makes it better. Wrecking ball, tear apart, issues left behind, restart. Nothing you say makes it better. Bring it right back to me, baby. No, we've been here before. Give me the real this time, no cap, no lies, it's our encore. Bring it right back to me, baby. I know I want more. Give me the good this time, no cap, no lies, it's our encore.
Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney. Well, it's time for me to say goodbye right now, but before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration, and here goes. You know you are on the road to success if you would do your job and not get paid for it. Oh, let me say that again. You know you're on the road to success if you would do your job and not get paid for it. Oprah Winfrey said that, and she was right. Listen, when you know you love something so much that they won't even pay you for it, you know you're on the right track. You're on the right track. You know what I'm saying? I get up every day and I do this show, and I don't make millions of dollars from it, right? But I love doing it anyway. I know the millions are coming. They haven't gotten here yet. They're on their way. They're en route. But I love what I do, so I do it anyway. And that's what you got to do. You got to love what you do and do it anyway. We talked about that at the end of the last segment. You got to love what you do. It's got to make you want to get up every morning out the bed, right? And whether people pay you or not. And I know some say, listen, you got to get paid. And people, let me tell you, I've been in debates where people have said you shouldn't start a business that you're passionate about. You should start a business that makes you a lot of money. Okay. And maybe that's how they think. I don't think like that because I feel like if you do things that you're not passionate about, you're not going to do them well. And even if you make a lot of money, you're not going to be happy. So do you want happiness and a lot of money and a little bit of money, or a lot of happiness and a little bit of money? A lot of money and a little bit of happiness, a lot of happiness and a little bit of money. Or just find something that you love and make it a lot of happiness and a lot of money. Do both. I think you can. Sometimes things just start out the way they start out. But don't go looking for the thing that's going to make you rich. Let it find you. If it's that thing that's going to make you rich, and it may not be a passion right now, but God said, you know what, I need you to do that right now. And you're like, okay. And you do it, and it makes you rich, and it brings you joy. And here's the thing. If it makes you rich and it does not bring you joy, sell it. Get rid of it. Start something that makes you, especially if you can sell it and make a lot of money. Now you got the money to do the thing that really makes you happy. What makes you happy? That's the key word. That's all I got for you today. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 1 hour with me, and I love and appreciate you to life for that. Listen, be sure to follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett, and follow me on the Twitter at GM Gwinnett. Also, go to my new Instagram page, Wise Women Invest. Yep, y'all know I always use the long words, Wise Women Invest. Start following me there. You're going to see a bunch of content start to go up there as we bring out more content about how to invest. Guys, listen, I know I said Wise Women Invest, but listen, anybody can learn how to invest from the information we're going to share. So be sure to check it out. If you want to become a part of the community, go to wisewomeninvest.club, wisewomeninvest.club. We're going to be pooling our money together. We're going to have a collective where we're going to invest together in different projects. That's important. I think that's going to be one of the key things of what we're doing, being able to invest together. So I'm excited about that. So go to wisewomeninvest.club. We're going to pool our money together. We're going to find things to invest in together. And we're going to invest in those things and grow. There's so much going on right now. Now is a great opportunity. Yep, we're going to have a financial burst again. But guess what? When it bursts, we'll have some money in hand so we can go invest in these things. And now when it raises back up again, we already in there. We're already in the door. So again, thank you for listening. You could have been anywhere, but you spent it with me, and I appreciate you that. Be sure if you missed any past episodes of the show to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. Also, follow me on Apple by going to Apple Podcasts and finding your favorite 2 episodes and giving them 5 stars. I love you for that as well. And if you want to support the show, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to support this show. You can do that by purchasing one of the t-shirts or apparel or a pillow or whatever it is, a book off the website, off the store. I need your support for that, and I thank you for that as well. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. Listen, you stay safe out there. I know we're relaxing. I know right now we're relaxing and people are taking the mask off and things like that. But make sure that you're vaccinated. Make sure you protect yourself. If you're not going to get vaccinated, don't take your mask off. And if you don't want to go into somebody's establishment, they got a mask mandate up, don't go. Just don't go in there fussing and fighting and arguing. Don't do that, y'all. Don't do that. Y'all play nice. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. Until next time, y'all stay safe out there. I'll be back. Until next time, make it a great day. And stay safe. Hug your family. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.